From MetLife Stadium.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. Let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a toss right to Barkley. Barkley, a first down and more. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Little pitch play, toss play. Allows the running back get some vision and some big guys to get out in front. This time they did it to the right side.
Yeah, went to the right side. Is there a preference, right or left, for a lot of these guys that run the ball at this level?
I know in the good old days, most teams were constructed to run to the right side. I can't tell you exactly why. That was the power side. The left side was what they used to call the quick side. But in this case, the power won.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Jones. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Matthew Ioannidis gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Throwing, Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Fitzpatrick. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A first down carry for Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, Jones. Flush to his right. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Gano now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Completes it to Evan Ingram. Yet again, just a bruising carry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Here's Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Right back to Brown. This time he's got it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. Pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now Saquon Barkley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Jones rolling to his right. Gives this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On 1st down, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5.
For the Giants field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. Finding Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Fitzpatrick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's going to let it fly. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that would turn into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. Oh, and I think Washington got it. Yes, they did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.